The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. We all know what is happening in South Africa right now, whereby the South Africans are asking other African nationals to leave South Africa because they believe that these people came into South Africa, took over their jobs, took over everything that belonged to them, and now they have nothing to do. So they believe that sacking their brothers and sisters who are black people out of South Africa, they will have something to do. And the Ghanaian government responded by going for the citizens that are living in South Africa, only for the South Africans to be complaining. Jacinta was the first person to make the statement that Ghanaian government has overreacted. And now we are having Julius Malema. We love Julius Malema a lot because he has been somebody that is very vocal, always against what the South Africans are doing, that there wasn't the need for the Ghanaian government to come for the citizens, when we know very well that the people in South Africa are not knowing peace. Some even came, when you look at the bruises, like they are treated not fairly. The South Africans are not seeing them as their own people. So I don't know why South Africans will not be happy that the Ghanaian government went there to take the citizens out, because you said, according to Julius Malema, they are thinking of how to solve this issue. And this hasn't been today, or it hasn't started today. This has been in the making for some years now.
The Ghana response was not necessary because it now creates an impression that we are all like that, when it is a certain section of our society that needs to be contained by law enforcement. And one Ghanaian lady was saying, you see, the problem is, and I wouldn't have taken this option, the problem is we're being beaten in front of the police and the police are not doing anything. That's the problem. And when this opportunity came for me to leave, I left, because if the police can't defend me, it means the state is in agreement with the people who are beating me. So we think it was too quick. We'll still resolve this. And President of Ghana should have given us, some time to really deal with this matter, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We hope they will come back to their senses. We don't have to respond the same way they did. We need to pursue the diplomatic engagements with Ghana until we find one another. We don't think Ghana responded in a manner that really reinforces dialogue and diplomatic engagements. It actually creates a very bad extreme situation, which is not. It's a selected few, and we are pursuing and persuading government to still act on those few, and we're saying to them, they must give us some time, they must be patient, and those who don't feel safe, especially the legally documented Ghanaians, should be able to run to police stations for safety, and then they'll be directed to rightful places where they'll be secured. But, it's an emotional issue for many of them, understandably so, but the reaction of government should have been, postponed a bit to give us an opportunity to deal with what is happening here in South Africa.
My last question, I'm sure the colleagues would also want to talk about local issues. The issue here, you also have genuine concerns by South Africans. 30 years on.
The Ghana response was not necessary because it now creates an impression that we are all like that, when it is a certain section of our society that needs to be contained by law enforcement. And one Ghanaian lady was saying, you see, the problem is, and I wouldn't have taken this option, the problem is we're being beaten in front of the police and the police are not doing anything. That's the problem. And when this opportunity came for me to leave, I left, because if the police can't defend me, it means the state is in agreement with the people who are beating me. President of Ghana should have given us, some time to really deal with this matter. We don't think Ghana responded in a manner that really reinforces dialogue and diplomatic engagements. It actually creates a very bad extreme.
I don't get it. When you people say, like, the government of Ghana acted quickly, I don't know what exactly you guys are trying to mean. And the fact that you guys are requesting that there should be, diplomatic dialogue when people are being beaten. There's this guy who came yesterday, bro. This guy took off his shirt, and if you look at the guy's skin, the only crime this guy committed is that he saw a South African stealing from someone and decided to alert the person to be, be careful. That be all. Like, you guys literally saw people doing this particular thing for years now. It's not like the first time South Africa is behaving this way. It has been going on for a long time. and they are known for doing some of these things. I mean, Malema is one of those people where they make sense in South Africa, whether you like it or not. He is one of the few people you see making sense in front of a camera. I mean, for this one alone there, I disagree with him.
I'm telling you.
Because I don't know how long this thing was supposed to go on before you people wake up and defend people, like foreign people in your country. You see a video, South Africans are looting from people just because they are foreigners.
Hey.
And police will be there, don't say anything. All these things, you think that Ghana should have waited.
Why?
And to make everything worse, they were even alleging that the Ghanaians that came, only 10 of them were legal. Not knowing about 80% of them, all of them were legal. Only 20% of them were illegal. And I'm sure they were the people who were pardoned from the prison. Now you dear boko boko boko. All the people that are there in South Africa, let them come back to their country. From there, you see the way people treat you people, South Africa.
You see, Julius Malema is one of the politicians that I love and respect so much in Africa, but I'm really disappointed in him regarding the statements he made against the Ghanaian government decision by repatriating his people from South Africa to Ghana regarding the xenophobia attack on Africans living in South Africa. Let's watch the video.
The Ghana response was not necessary because it now creates an impression that we are all like that, when it is a certain section of our society that needs to be contained by law enforcement. And one Ghanaian lady was saying, you see, the problem is, and I wouldn't have taken this option. The problem is we're being beaten in front of the police and the police are not doing anything. That's the problem. And when this opportunity came for me to leave, I left because if the police can't defend me, it means the state is in agreement with the people who are beating me. So we think it was too quick. We'll still resolve this. And President of Ghana should have given us, some time to really deal with this matter, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
South African politicians, Julius Malema, have criticized the government of Ghana for, let me check my notes, lifting Ghanaians out of South Africa after they were asked to leave South Africa. So Julius is mad at Ghana for doing something South Africa asked Ghana to do. Make it make sense. Julius says the dramatic way Ghana airlifted our citizens out of South Africa creates the impression that everybody in South Africa is xenophobic. We didn't say that. He also said Ghana should have given South Africa time to deal with the issue of xenophobia. Xenophobia has been a global conversation in South Africa for over a decade now, right? But this new wave of xenophobia, Ghana have been engaging with South Africa since April 23rd at least. So what time is it talking about? From April 23rd to May 27th, Ghana engaged with South Africa publicly, and the government of South Africa did not give any hints to Ghana that your citizens are going to be safe in our country. And so the government of Ghana did not have any choice but to act in a dramatic way.
When the South Africans started this, the leaders are there. They are not stopping them. And we saw the President Cyril Ramaphosa coming out to talk about this thing isn't going to happen. But the thing is still happening. People have taken law into their own hands, going after their brothers and sisters. As if we don't have immigration, like someone would say, even in the presence of the police, it's like we are helpless. So the best thing is for you to come back to your homeland where you can feel safe, where nobody will chase you. Only for the South Africans to be seeing what the Ghanaian government has done to be overreacting. How do you see your citizens in a country where people do not want them? They are not safe. They are being chased around, living in fear. So if you do not want the Ghanaian government to do what he did, you should have stopped these people the very moment they started, because I don't think that Jacinta and her movement, Operation Dudula, is above the presidency, is above South Africa, that they can take the laws into their own hands and go after their foreign nationals, whereby the police and the immigration services are just there looking at them. The immigration service is there looking at them. Are looking at them, doing nothing. So now we don't understand what our South African brothers and sisters are looking from us, as to whether they want to keep us there and then we'll be going through this fear, or like if we do not want this relationship to start, I think we don't have to start it at the first place. Maybe the children, let's call Jacinta and her group children, are taking the laws into their own hands, doing things that you, the elders in South Africa, do not want. So the best thing you do is to call them to order. Stop what you are doing. Because if you put in measures to stop Operation Dudula, it will end there. But for how long? And they are even giving a threat. By 30th of June, you should be out. If not, and nothing is happening to them. Jacinta can sit down and give orders, and then that is what is happening. And we have the leaders doing nothing. And now that he's saying that they are thinking of her, this thing started not today. So when you keep telling us that you don't support the attacks that they are doing in South Africa against the black people, and measures are not being taken to stop them, then every president or government has a responsibility to go to South Africa and fetch his or her people out. So for us, we don't see the wrong in what the president of Ghana or the Ghana government has done. That is the best thing, just to make sure the citizens are safe. If we don't want to have this relationship, we have to make sure the youth also obey the laws and regulations in the country. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, Southern Africa, and in South Africa.